Captain Liam Drake walked through the red dust plains of Erythra, the newest human colony in the outer rim of explored space. The wind blew with a strange, electric chill that made the hair on his arms stand. He squinted against the glare of the twin suns. Unlike Earth, Erythra's skies shifted from violet to deep orange, giving the landscape an otherworldly glow. The human base behind him looked fragile against the towering alien flora and jagged rock formations that seemed to pierce the sky. Liam wasn't new to exploring alien worlds, but something about this one made him uneasy. He shook his head, trying to push the feeling away. It had been months since he and his team arrived, mapping the terrain, collecting samples, and analyzing ancient ruins that hinted at a civilization far older than humanity. Yet, for some reason, every step he took felt familiar, as though he had been here before. "Captain, sensors are picking up something ahead," said Dr. Mira Havel, the mission's xenobiologist. Her voice crackling through Liam's earpiece. Liam adjusted his visor and nodded. "Keep the scanners running. I don't want to walk into any surprises." The team approached a ridge that overlooked a valley filled with enormous crystal structures, glowing faintly from within. At first, Liam thought they were just beautiful alien formations. But as they drew closer, he noticed the intricate carvings on the crystal's symbols that seemed to shimmer when he looked at them. His chest tightened. Something about the patterns triggered a memory he couldn't place. "Mira, these glyphs," he muttered. "I've seen them before. Or, I think I have." Mira frowned. "You don't recognize them?" "They're Erythran. Their civilization vanished thousands of years ago. Only ruins remain." Quote. Liam shook his head, trying to clear the thought. "No. It's like a dream. I can't explain it." The team moved cautiously into the valley, following the crystals to a hidden temple, half buried under the dust and time. Its entrance was framed by arches that seemed to hum with energy. Liam felt an inexplicable pull toward it. He stepped forward and pressed his hand against the cold stone. A surge of memories, flashes of battles, voices, and a face raced through him. He stumbled backward. "Captain?" Mira asked, alarmed. Liam shook his head, trying to focus. "There's someone here." Inside the temple, the air was heavy with the scent of ozone and metal. Dust swirled around beams of light filtering through cracks in the ceiling. Liam's eyes fell upon a chamber at the center. It was circular, with walls covered in alien inscriptions that glowed faintly. And there, in the center, was a cryogenic pod unlike anything he had ever seen. Liam's breath caught. Inside lay a figure, a female humanoid, her skin shimmering violet, her hair like spun silver. Her eyes were closed, but her chest rose and fell gently. There was something familiar about her, something that made Liam's heart pound. Before he could react, the pod hissed, releasing a cloud of mist. The figure's eyes snapped open, revealing a pair of glowing golden eyes that fixed on him. And then, in a voice that seemed to echo inside his mind, she whispered, "Have you forgotten me, human?" Liam froze, every muscle in his body trembling. The words seemed to pierce through the veil of time, awakening memories buried deep within him. Faces, places, and moments he did not understand surged forward. He shook his head violently, trying to escape the flood. I don't understand," he stammered. Her gaze softened, and she sat up slowly. "You do. You just need to remember. I am Princess Aralith of the Erythran Empire. You were there once, human. We fought together. You saved my life." Liam's mind spun. His hands shook as he tried to make sense of what she was saying. Centuries? Wars? Memories he did not know were his own? It was impossible. And yet, the familiarity in her voice, the precision in her eyes, it felt real. How is this possible?" he whispered. Arlith rose from the pod with a fluid grace, her movements almost unnatural in their elegance. "You were placed in stasis after the war. Humanity, your courage and skill, were remembered as legends. I waited for this day, hoping you would awaken, hoping you had not forgotten. Liam's knees threatened to buckle. He stared at her, the reality settling in with horrifying clarity. Stasis. I was asleep? For how long? Long enough, she replied, her voice steady but tinged with sadness. Long enough to change everything. The galaxy shifted while you slept. Factions rose, wars ended, and now, some wish to control what remains of my people's legacy. Mira and the rest of the team watched in awe, their scientific curiosity battling with fear. Liam stepped forward, his instincts kicking in. We need to get out of here. Something tells me this temple is unstable. Arlith's eyes darted to the inscriptions on the walls. They are not just decorations. They are traps. They protect the knowledge of my people. If activated, death follows. Before Liam could respond, the ground trembled. Stones shifted, and a deep rumble echoed through the chamber. Alien mechanisms whirred to life. The walls around them glowed with a golden light, and panels began to slide, revealing guardian drones that hovered silently. Weapons raised. Move! Liam shouted, pulling Mira behind him. His mind raced. He had fought against impossible odds before, but nothing like this. The memories from his past life battles, strategies, and narrow escapes rushed back. He realized, with both fear and clarity, that he had been trained for this, even if he had forgotten. Arlith moved beside him, her grace complementing his human improvisation. Together, they dodged laser blasts, the pods of the temple collapsing around them. Liam grabbed a fallen piece of alien tech and used it as a shield, guiding Mira and the team toward the exit. As they ran, Arlith whispered, almost to herself, "You were always clever, human, always faster than they expected." The temple shook violently, and part of the ceiling collapsed, cutting off their original exit. Liam glanced at the map etched on the wall, deciphering it with sudden insight. He led the group through narrow corridors, dodging more drones and avoiding traps that could tear them apart in seconds. His heart pounded, but he felt alive, more alive than he had ever felt. Finally, they reached a chamber with a glowing portal-like doorway. Liam's mind raced. He recognized the energy signature. This was not just a door. It was a temporal displacement field, a relic from the Erythron's advanced technology. He hesitated, knowing that crossing it was risky, but the temple was collapsing fast. Arlith caught his arm, her gaze steady. "Trust yourself, human. You remembered for a reason. You were made for this." Jam Nas. Liam took a deep breath and activated the doorway. A wave of energy enveloped them, and for a moment, everything became light. When the glow faded, they found themselves outside, on a cliff overlooking the valley. The temple lay in ruins behind them, smoke and dust curling into the sky. They were alive, but Liam could not shake the whisper in his mind. "Have you forgotten me, human?" Her words echoed over and over, mingling with the memories that had returned. Who she was, who he had been, and what the universe had lost or gained while he slept. Mira approached him cautiously. "Captain, is she safe?" Liam looked at Arlith. She stood tall, but there was a vulnerability in her eyes, a longing he did not fully understand. "For now," he said, but he knew this was only the beginning. The awakening of the princess meant more than survival. It meant a reckoning, not just for humans, but for the galaxy itself. Arlith finally spoke, her voice calm but resolute. "They will come for us, the ones who fear humanity, the ones who want to control Erythra, and when they do..." She looked at Liam, her golden eyes piercing. "We must be ready, together." Liam nodded, gripping his weapon. His body still shook from the adrenaline, but his mind was clear. The fear, the confusion, and the memories, everything had sharpened him. Humanity had been underestimated once, but he would not let that happen again. Not now. Not ever. He looked at the horizon, where the twin suns dipped toward the mountains. The galaxy was vast, full of dangers and mysteries, and humans were small in its expanse. Yet, in that moment, Liam understood something profound. It was not size or power that mattered. It was courage, ingenuity, and the unwillingness to give up. Arleth extended her hand, a gesture of trust, of alliance, of hope. Liam took it, feeling the electric weight of destiny settle on his shoulders. The past had returned, but the future was theirs to shape. And as they stared out at the alien world, Liam could hear her whisper one last time, softer now. "Remember me, human. Remember us. For the galaxy will need you again."